Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Folks, thank you for making time to speak with me. Days of Our Lives. Iconic. I can remember as a kid, whenever I was sick, lying on the couch. What were you watching? Well, how did it go again?
Like sands through the hourglass, so
are the days of our lives.
There you go. That was iconic. When you think about, we're talking so many decades. How does it feel being part of something that is considered iconic and part of so many different generations?
It's incredible because when I started watching the soap opera when I was about 12, my cousin would come stay for the summers for a few months, and we would watch Days of Our Lives, and then afterwards we would ride our bikes to the mall, and that was our thing, right? And you could watch the soap at that age. It wasn't, maybe some scenes were not great, but we didn't even know what that was back then. You didn't really pay attention to it. And then sitting my very first fan event with all the actors, when we used to do a big one in June, like the Sheraton Hotel or something at Universal, and I remember sitting behind Missy Reeves and thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I'm sitting with Jennifer, and I have to that's my inside. I'm like, keep it inside. But, and she couldn't have been nicer, of course, but I couldn't believe I was on the show. I couldn't believe it. So yes, it is such an iconic show, and now that I'm on it, I don't take advantage of it at all. I mean, it's such a blessing.
It definitely is. It definitely is for us because we've lost so many great soap operas. Why do you think from the nighttime soap operas to now reality shows have become soap operas, why has this one been able to keep the course going, and it doesn't look like it's not going to stop?
It's not stopping. And if you look at most of the shows you see right now, Game of Thrones is a soap opera. And This Is Us is a soap opera. Just to have bigger budget and much better lighting. But it's I think it's the family aspect, and I've repeated this over and over again. I have so much fun at these fan events and watching the chronology of the grandmother and mom and the daughter and the daughter's daughter and the daughter's daughter. They all watch. It all brings them together for 1 hour during the day, and it's every day. And they literally look at us like we're part of their living room, their home. We're like their couch. We're like the lamp in the corner that if you take it away, it's not the same room. It's not the same dynamic. And I think that's the beauty of these soaps. They're just an heirloom that's handed down through the generations.
But as actors, though, this must be incredible for you, for your profession, because there is no off season. There is no, okay, we're going to do 12 shows and then we're going to go on vacation for 6 months and then come back again. Every day you have to be on your game, whether it be the acting chops, physically, everything is an everyday thing.
It's so true, and you have to find a way to constantly reinvent yourself in a way, as in each age. And like today's my birthday, and but I think
it's your birthday.
It is my birthday.
Happy birthday! Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
I don't know how you stuck that in there.
I love my birthday. So every time I know, quick. I love my birthday because I love each age I gain, and because I actually feel younger every time because I've had such great friends along the way, but to tell me like each year gets that much better, each decade gets that much better. So along with that, this does tie in together, having to constantly be in shape and stay on my A game as far as my work's concerned, emotionally, physically. I am grateful for it because I feel better than I did when I was in high school. I feel like I'm in better shape. I'm eating better. And so it's actually it does not work after a while. You just find this schedule and this routine, and you find a way to make yourself better every day. And I think that's my goal.
How are the writers working with you guys? I mean, story-wise, because, soap operas can have some crazy-ass stuff from aliens to people coming back from the dead to twins and, yeah.
I come from the supernatural soap. We were everything. Nothing was off limits. We had bleeding walls, we had demons, we had witches, we had little people, we had, even a guy dancing with an orangutan on ice,
Yes.
So once once you start your career in that realm, nothing is crazy to me. No, I came to Days of Our Lives. I'm like, this is some serious stuff here. And people would say, "What are you talking about? We do some crazy things." I'm like, no, you don't. This is fine. But now we have a guy running around with a syringe, bringing people back to life, because these characters that we have gotten rid of temporarily, fans, they scream and they holler, they want them back. So we have a writer right now that is pretty liberated, and he's like, you know what? Let's bring him back. Let's just bring him back from the dead.
This is going to be, and I know we got to wrap this up in a minute or so, but, and this goes to both of you. Does it sometimes feel like you're like rock stars? And when I say that is because when you do go out to meet the fans and whatever, I mean, they don't hold back. They will scream and like I said, like you guys are the Rolling Stones or whatever, you know?
Soap opera fans are so committed, and we feel like we have to give that back because they keep us on air. They watch our shows and they love our characters. And right, I mean, Eric goes to so many fan events, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss their love for the show, and that's what I love about soap so much.
The stories that I've heard about people who have been in the hospital for a long time, who come up and say, "Listen, I just want to say thank you, because I would have had a hell of a time in that bed for 8 weeks, you know, fighting whatever they were fighting, if I didn't have that 1 hour to look forward to. I look forward to 1 p.m. every day because I didn't have to think about the pain I was in." So we forget that how much these stories do impact people's lives on a daily basis. It's not like just going and seeing a movie and it's over, it's done. They rely on this thing every day to keep them rolling and keep them going. And it's just perfect escapism. And we will always need that as a society and as a community, I think.
Absolutely. I think this is a perfect way to wrap up. I want to say, folks, thank you so much for the interview. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I hope you're going to get a chance to celebrate, but thank you for sharing your birthday with me and the rest of the fans out there.
Oh, I love
and
it.
congratulations on this fantastic series. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your support, man.